So, Jay, obviously the biggest offseason storyline has been the quarterback situation for the Niners. Obviously, we saw Jimmy Garoppolo. He was pretty much fighting injuries all year last season. But you guys did draft Trey Lance out of North Dakota State, pretty high in the draft last year. So, now it's, everything that I've been hearing is kind of like they want Trey Lance to be the starter moving forward. But there's only one issue. Jimmy Garoppolo is still on this roster. They were going to try to trade him, but shoulder surgery obviously wiped that out. So I just want to get your thoughts on the whole quarterback situation.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. The shoulder surgery, you couldn't have a worse timing to have a shoulder surgery in the offseason. Jimmy G has had a pretty good track record. He's always been a professional. He's shown good leadership at times with the 49ers. I would hate to think he would try to stick it to the 49ers right before he heads out the door with the timing of that surgery, but he was hurt and he needed to get the shoulder surgery. Unfortunately, that drastically affected his trade marketability, because who wants to trade? And got to say, what's good to Livy's World. She's a subscriber on my YouTube channel. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for tuning in, Livy's World. But that shoulder surgery was worse. You couldn't have a worse timing than have it in the offseason. Who wants to trade for a quarterback who can't even throw the ball? I believe he's been throwing for like the last 2 weeks, but let's be real, he's going to ramp it up. And who knows if he would even be really healthy for week 1 of the regular season. But number 10, he's still on the roster, and it's only because of his money, right? He's got a pretty impeccable record when you look at it. Like, quarterbacks would die to have Jimmy G's record. 36, I mean, he has 36 games won, 14 losses, been to 2 NFC championship games, 1 Super Bowl. I know he wasn't, Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball all over the field, but he was definitely a huge part in getting us to, that playoff success. So I think if he was healthy going into this offseason, I think he would have been, a player that a lot of teams would have been, or not a lot, but let's say 3 or 4 teams would have been interested in. But at this point in the season, it's looking like Jimmy G, I think he's going to eventually get released because everyone knows you got to get rid of him, right? So I won't be surprised if Jimmy G gets cut, before training camp. Training camp is July 26th, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets cut before then.